Hey guys, if you didn't read the title of this video by now, I think you could look down and see what's coming. I originally wanted to make this video last week when I actually found out what happened that Tuesday night, but I was so emotionally drained that I didn't think the video was gonna turn out that well, or the reactions to the video were not gonna turn out the way I expected it to. So, literally, and I just took a break for a little bit to think about what I wanted to say before I just let it all out into the open. As an American, I was really angry the morning after I found out what the results were, or the morning after the election. I wasn't really looking into it the night of because that night I was just hanging out with my friends. We actually went out that night, and I just wanted to keep my mind off of the election, and I just wanted to have fun with the people I knew I was most comfortable hanging around with that night. And when I came home, I just didn't even look at my computer. The only time I used my phone was to for the alarm because I had class the next morning. But I could not sleep at all that night. And I mean, I've slept through elections before, like the like the both Obama elections. Like, I just slept right through them because I didn't really feel like, well, first of all, I was younger than 18 at the time, so I didn't have a right to, I could not vote to begin with, but just that I believed I was going to be totally fine, or the country was going to be totally fine by the next morning, which it was. Both times they were. But this was the first election that I was literally scared for my country, because we had the complete evil, and then we have the lesser evil. Of course, I chose the lesser evil. Everyone knew it was going to be the lesser evil with me, basically. And I was just praying to God that everything was going to be okay. But then with lack of sleep, I woke up having I think only 3 staggered hours or so of actual sleep. That night, I was getting ready for school or class, and then I picked up my phone and I was looking through I caved and I looked through the social media. And boy, did I regret doing that, because for the rest of the day, it clearly showed how I felt about it. And I was basically not the happiest camper on the campground or on campus, but it was not just me. It was almost the entire school. Like, everyone at my college was basically quiet, or they did not get any sleep at all after finding out what happened, or deciding to wait the next morning, but the anticipation was too hard on them, basically. I could have made a video last week about how mad I was, but after talking to my friends and family about this, the best that we can do now is basically say, let's just give them a week. Or, I mean, I'm just gonna put it out there. There's no secret at this point. Trump won the election. It's no secret at this point. Does it mean I'm happy? No. Does that mean I'm gonna be, I don't know, what's the word? Outright for the next 4 years or 2 years if the middle election counts or something. Absolutely not. Because I have a life to keep up. And I have people who need me. And, like, and I've learned so much about people's thoughts and, like, their feelings towards this election after, like, almost a week of just looking around, of walking around, overhearing conversation. Like, not naming names or anything, but I remember one night I was walking back to my dorm, or I think I was walking to the campus center or something, and I overheard two professors or like two night students talking, and one man told, like the man told this woman that he had to talk to his young daughters that are like under the age of 10, or maybe even under the age of 7, I think, that even though the president says it's okay, you're not supposed to let a man, insert Trump quote here, you know which one it is. And what frightened me more was he said that his youngest daughter was 3 years old, and she had to be learned this. At that point in time, I was just like, I cannot believe we're in a society now that you have to explain that to an innocent 3-year-old who probably doesn't even know what Donald Trump says even means. I didn't think I was gonna be a part of a country that had a person who said all the terrible things he said, and then people voted for him, like, thinking it's okay. I mean, I wasn't really paying attention to, like, okay, I'll admit, I wasn't really paying attention to, like, the, like, economic priorities or, like, the foreign policies and stuff like that. Like, no, my main focus was literally the social side, because I'm like Switzerland when it comes to other policies, but when it comes to, like, the social demographic of human beings in this country, like, I'm very liberal, and I'm very outspoken about things that should be, or people should know the difference between right and wrong, basically. And yes, I'm still pretty pissed off that people, or like, over half of our country, for the electoral votes, decided to choose the one who clearly was showing the wrong. Or basically on the social side, like I said, when it comes to other policies, that's not up to me, but as far as, like, going up to the actual inauguration day is concerned, like, I mean, I'll be honest here, I don't have high hopes, but I pray to God that he's not gonna screw us over, to say the least. I mean, let's face it, like, there's no way they're gonna do a recount at this point. Like, there's probably no way that Hillary Clinton is gonna get back into the position, or there's no way they're gonna flip-flop sides here. There's probably no way that's gonna happen at this point, unless the protests are really doing a job, but honestly, I have no idea. But we just have to remember that though we've chosen our leader, that does not mean we're gonna sacrifice all of our morals and values for this one prick. Like, I have 2 people in my life right now who are really affected by this. One, my little sister, who I love more than life itself. She's the one who got me into anime. We both go to Disney together whenever we can. Like, she was basically my first best friend I've ever made. However, she's a lesbian. And after hearing what Donald Trump and Mike Pence have been saying about homosexuals or anyone in the LGBT community, I completely understand why she's upset. And on the day of, all I kept thinking about was, I'm sorry, Erin, I tried to vote for the other side. At least my one vote went to the other side, and I thought I was gonna make a difference. Like, after turning, well, actually, I'm turning 21 this month. But I knew the moment I turned 18, my vote was gonna depend like, on my sister's well-being and happiness. And I made that promise the day I turned 18, that the next relevant election, it was gonna depend on her. And my vote was gonna depend on her no matter what. So, again, when I found out that morning, I was really upset. I couldn't stop thinking about her the whole entire day. We live in 2 different states right now, going to school in 2 different states, and I can just feel in my heart that she's been crying the whole day. And I just wanted to run back up north and just give her the biggest hug I can. And the fact that I couldn't do that, at least not right now, really hurts. And then I have another friend, well, he was not related to me, who's a classmate of mine. We're in the same major. He's a transfer student, and he's transgender and bisexual. So, of course, when he found out Trump won, he was going through a nervous breakdown. A very, very nervous breakdown. And and I knew if my sister were there or were here talking to me, she would be saying, you gotta do what's best for him, because if he's suffering through this alone, it's gonna be a lot worse for the both of you. So I was like, you can always come over to my apartment, like, you could stay over for the night, like, we don't care. My roommates and I don't care. Just as long as you're not going to do anything to yourself nothing bad's gonna happen to you, at least you'll be safe under our roofs. And he got better over the past weekend after letting him stay over for a night. And we were just talking about the usual stuff like anime, Disney, our English homework, and we also did a few coloring pages that I found on Google. I did these myself. My friend took his pages home. But I was just like, why not? Because, in my opinion, I can't change the world for him. Apparently by myself, that's not my choice. But the best I can do for my friend is to at least distract him a little bit from the bad things. Just distract him, but it's to remind him how great of a person he is. Ever since we've met, he's been nothing but nice to me, and I've been nothing but nice to him. When we found out we had the same, hobbies, well, maybe not hobbies, but same, things that we like, I cannot think any reason why I would not like him. He's literally one of the nicest people I've ever met in college. If anything happened to him, I don't know what I would do to myself. So, as a whole, what will I make, or what could I make of this situation? It's clear. It's been clear that I am not a fan of what's going on right now. It is completely clear. But the best I can do is to not stop supporting the other side, because clearly the other side wanted a peaceful America. She wanted everyone to at least get along with each other. And if ever someone, whether they agreed with the winning side or not, tries to push their values on someone else, the best you could do is say, this is the United States. It was born and raised on having free opinion, free will, free thought that's at least benefits other people and it's not going to hurt anyone. If you have beliefs that are going to hurt anyone based on making yourself feel better, that's not American at all. That's I don't know what to call it. Like, I don't know if anywhere in the world basically, like, agrees that doing wrong to other people to benefit yourself is a country's way of success. Like, I definitely know for sure for America's best way to reach that success, like I said, economics and politics are out the window at this point. Like, basically, we still have to focus on the good things. Like, we have our closest friends, no matter who they are, like what they look like, what religion they practice, or if any, or what sexuality makes them themselves. It doesn't matter. What, like, you need to look at your friends and be like, how did we become friends in the first place? And you have to remember that most of the time it's not usually by religion or looks or where you came from. Like, mostly it's the things you both like about each other, like or if you just enjoy each other's company, the personalities that just seem to click. At least that's how I know that's how I made my friends. And I would never give that up for anything. I would never give that up for everyone, even if suddenly the president decided to make a new law, which I highly doubt, like, he would at this point, that I had to get rid of every single one of my friends that had, like, certain bad criteria that he listed before in the election. Like, if I had to get rid of them, or else be in prison for the rest of my life, I'd rather be in prison. I rather would. Because there is no way in hell I would ever get rid of my friends. After all the good things they've done for me, why would I turn my back on them? So, I think the lesson that I want to leave you guys with is stay strong. And I'm gonna say the cliche, like, new Cinderella motto, which I'm not sure if you guys like the new Cinderella or not, but that's besides the point. They say, have courage and be kind. Even though it's very cliche and they probably used it too many times in that movie, they probably said it more times than people actually done the deed. It actually works. When put into action, it really works. And the more you keep believing in that, and the more that you keep putting that into practice, we can get through anything. We can get through these 2/4 years. I don't know how politics work, basically. Like, I'm still, like, learning about that. But take your closest friends, grab them by the hands, and make a promise that you can change this world for the better, despite our leaders' beliefs. We've gone through worse. I know, here's me ranting about Donald Trump and his practices, and now I'm saying we got through worse. I mean, literally, we have gotten through worse. Yes, we've come to this unfortunate decision that we've chosen, like, a joke president this time around, but let's at least hope this joke president doesn't do anything that would put us in more danger than stuff that's happened in the past. We can all just hope for the best on that. And to close off this video, I just want to say, I wish you guys good day, good luck, have courage, and be kind. Even to, like, those who want to degrade you because you don't believe in said president's values that they believe, or the stuff that he said or he didn't say or whatever like that. Do not go low as that person. Always, as Michelle Obama says, they go low, you go higher. And will remain to stay that way. Because that's what an American is. They always reach for the higher. not the lower. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your day or good night, depending on what time you watch this video. And I wish you all the very best. See you later.